All right, let's talk about GitHub Copilot inside VS Code. This is the AI tool that's totally changing the game for developers, basically acting like a super smart coding partner right there in your editor. If you're looking to code faster, smarter, and just better, you are in exactly the right place.
I mean, just think about it for a second. All that repetitive stuff you have to write over and over again. You know, the standard function setups, the basic loops. What if you could just not? What if you could skip all of that? Well, that's the big promise of Copilot, and we're about to see just how well it delivers.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Getting this whole thing up and running is ridiculously easy. Seriously, you're just a few clicks away from getting your very first AI code suggestion.
First things first, pop open VS Code. You're going to look for the extensions view. That's the little icon with the 4 squares over on the sidebar. In that search bar at the top, just type in GitHub Copilot. The official one will pop right up. Go ahead and smash that install button.
So once that's installed, you got to sign in. Now, sometimes a little prompt will just show up and ask you to log in, but if it doesn't, hey, no big deal. Just look down at the bottom right corner of your window in the status bar. You'll see a little Copilot icon. Just click on that, sign in, and let it connect with your GitHub account.
And how do you know for sure that it's all working? Well, that same little icon in the status bar will change. It'll look, well, ready. No weird slashes through it or anything. That's your green light. Copilot is active and ready to rock. All right, this is where the real fun starts. Now that Copilot is activated, you are ready for that whoa moment. Let's see what happens the very first time you start writing some code with your new AI sidekick.
So just open up any file and start typing like you normally would. As you're writing, you're going to see something pretty amazing happen. Copilot starts to guess what you're trying to do and offers a suggestion to complete it. It just appears right there in your editor as this faint, grayed-out text.
And there's actually a name for this stuff, ghost text. It's the perfect name for it, right? Because it's not actually a part of your code yet. It's just a whisper of a suggestion, a potential future you can choose. You can accept it, or you can just keep on typing and ignore it completely. No pressure.
So let's say Copilot offers you a perfect 10-line function. How do you accept it and save yourself all that typing? It's literally one key. Tab. You hit the tab key and bam, that ghost text solidifies and becomes real, actual code in your file. It's so satisfying.
Okay, so accepting that first suggestion is awesome, but what if it's not quite what you wanted? This is where you go from just using Copilot to really mastering it. Because you have options. Copilot almost always has more than one idea up its sleeve, and you're the one in control.
To see what else it's got, don't just hit tab or ignore it. On Windows or Linux, you'll use Alt and the right square bracket to cycle to the next suggestion. On a Mac, that's Option and the right square bracket. And the left bracket, of course, takes you back. It's like flipping through channels to find the perfect code snippet. And hey, for those of you who aren't huge fans of keyboard shortcuts, there's another way. Just move your mouse and hover over the ghost text. A little toolbar will pop up, and you can just click to cycle through the different suggestions. It's all about making sure you get the code you actually want. Now that inline code completion, that's just one half of the story, because Copilot also has this incredibly powerful chat feature that turns it from a silent assistant into a full-on conversational collaborator you can talk to.
So let's get this straight. What's the real difference here? Well, inline completions are there to finish the code you've already started writing. But Copilot Chat? That's totally different. It generates brand new code from scratch, based on instructions you give it in plain English. This is where you go from having an assistant who finishes your sentences to having a partner you can actually brainstorm with.
And the things you can do here are just huge. Are you stuck trying to understand some old, gnarly code? Just highlight it and ask the chat, hey, can you explain this to me line by line? Need a brand new function? You can tell it, write me a Python function that fetches data from this API, makes sure to handle errors, and then returns it as a JSON object. The more detail you give it, the better the result. It's honestly like having a senior developer on call, 24/7, ready to help you figure things out, debug, or even write your unit tests for you.
And getting to the chat is just as easy as setting the whole thing up. You just go back down to that same GitHub Copilot icon in the status bar, give it a click, and the chat panel will pop open, ready for you to start asking questions. So there you have it. You're installed, you're activated, and you know how to use both the slick inline suggestions and that super powerful chat feature. Your AI coding partner is officially ready to go. The only question left is, what are you going to build together?